Assalamualaikum and hi Medu. My name is Muhammad Izzad Shah bin Mokhtar. I am from class BA590, BA05 and I am from Kajang, Selangor. Today, I will present about famous food in Kajang, which is Sate Kajang. First of all, let me talk about the history of Kajang. Along with being known for satay food, Kajang Prison, and the tale of Lieutenant Adnan, Kajang is one among the areas in Selangor with a distinctive history. There are various theories of how the Kajang region was discovered and given its name. Kajang was discovered around 70 and 9 by a group of natives from the Terengganu tribe who arrived from Kelang, claims local history Shah Ahmad. Batin Seri Alam, who has 3 offspring who are all ruler and have opened numerous places in Malaya, is the leader of the organization. The kings of Sungai Ujung are Nenek Kerbau, Tok Jeludang and Batin Bercanggih Besi, who are the children of Batin Seri Alam in question. The Batin Bercanggih Besi trope has just returned from addressing the authorities in Johor on the marriage of his daughter Puteri Mayang Selida when the name Kajang was given. The Batin Bercanggih Besi group had to stop in a place on their return trip from Johor to Sungai Ujung because they were concerned about an implanting rainstorm during the extremely overcast weather. The gang had constructed a number of huts for protection using the forest canopy to cover them. Another name for the Mengkuang that utilized as a roof is Kajang. So that is how the place is called Kajang until now. Now, we will talk about history of Sate Kajang. How Sate Kajang have in this Malaysia? Everywhere, Sate Kajang is well known in addition to the town of Kajang. It is also sold in location outside of Kajang by both those who are related to the original Kajang Sate seller by familiar ties and others who are not. Tasmi bin Sakiban, a Javari native, was the first person to sell satay in Kajang town. His younger brother Rono, who has arrived in Kajang earlier in 1911, assisted him in starting the firm in 1917. They participated in the Hajj, and as a result, Haji Tasmi and Haji Rono are now more widely known. There is also information that say, apart from Tasmin, there is another resident of Kajang who an early Kajang Sate seller was. His name is Wak Jono Dormon, on his name after Hajj, Haji Muhammad Noor. However, his sate business was then handed over to his son Wak Bagong and his son-in-law Rono bin Sakiban, Tasmin younger brother. Among them, it was Tasmin and her younger sister Rono who later emerged as the pioneer of Kajang's long-lasting and prominent sate business. When they first come to Kajang, Tasmin and Rono did not continue to sell sate. They do a variety of jobs, including being labourers in the nearby estates and paddy field. Tasmin and Rono started their sate business with a menu soup and kepal or ketupat rice. Sate is eaten by all customers by dipping the sate in a large bowl of gravy. However, later changed by introducing the large bowl sate and the small bowl for each customer. With that, customer no longer share bowl to dip the sate. Then small bowls and chilies are prepared for customers who want taste a spicy sauce. At that time, Tasmi and Rono lived in Kampung Paya, in a place that had previously been the Kajang radio transmitter site. Their house is not far from the city centre of Kajang, so they can carry their sate to Kajang town. At first, they sold sate in a cartway that is using the 2 special baskets that are carted. One basket for baking while the others is for gravy and serving the satay that has been baked. They sell satay around Kajang town, starting from their village to the house of the resident in the area. They will stop at house that call them along the way. Then, they stop in Kajang town, in front of Chinese coffee shop, Kedai Kopi Ban Seng. In the early 1940s, Tasmin and Rono started selling satay using a pushcart, and their place of sale was in front of Ban Seng coffee shop. On Jalan Sulaiman now, satay is usually delivered to customer at the coffee shop or eaten at a place provided around the pushcart by sitting on the small bench provided. They sell satay from afternoon to night. At night, they had to use their own lights, which is where gasoline lamps. A few years later, their satay was sold at Medan Satay Lama in Kajang town, and it was no longer necessary to bring it by pushcart. After they get old and then died, the satay business is continued by their children or descendants. Haji Tasmin's business is continued by his son, Haji Ahmed. Haji Rono's business is continued by his two sons, Haji Siddiq and Muhammad Saleh. After Haji Ahmed died, his business was continued by his son-in-law, Haji Samuri bin Jurami, who is also the nephew of Haji Tasmin. Haji Samuri, who conduct business in a more professional manner and uses large capital, has now been able to expand his business to far surpassing his relative business. He has a large shop in Bangunan Datuk Nazir Kajang, in addition to having many more shops and stalls in various places, including in both New Medan Satay Kajang, Ibadah Baru Bangi, at Perhentian Awam Besar, on the Kesas Highway, in kawasan Kirara Rest and Treatment, at the Sungai Buloh Bridge Restaurant, at IPT, and in Shah Alam. And that is how Satay Kajang become as a famous food in Malaysia, and specifically Kajang area. So, that's all from me. Thank you. Bye bye.